Hello.
Hi, good evening.
Hi.
We're back.
I want to wish you all a Merry Christmas. But
I keep telling him it's not Christmas yet. He's getting way ahead of himself.
Well, I'm not one to celebrate Christmas super early. Oh, sorry. Apologies. We've got you on Facebook on the side there. Double thing. But anyway, Merry Christmas, even if you think it's a bit too early. But it's great to see you tonight, and welcome to River Church Online. It's great to have you wherever you are. So please put in the chat, say hi. Particularly if you're watching, from wherever you're watching, whether it's next door to our house or whether it's the other side of the world in Australia, please say hi and where you're watching from.
Hopefully it's not in Australia, wouldn't it be like, oh no, 8 o'clock in the morning. Hopefully it's not somewhere between here and Australia where it's 4 o'clock in the morning or something.
Well, that's a commitment to River Church Online.
Yeah,
to do
that's like medal status.
I don't think we had an international person yet. We've had quite a few all over the country, but yeah. Good. Anyway, we'll shut up now. We'll introduce you to some people that are helping us out tonight. Of course, we've got the ever, I don't know what the right word to describe him is, but the ever-present Tim is with us.
Ever-present Tim.
Hi, Tim.
Oh,
there we go.
It's coming and going.
And we've got a real treat because Tim won't just be manning the chat today. He'll also be chatting with us a bit later or sharing his story.
We are blessed indeed.
Very blessed. Very blessed, as you can see. But to help...
Very, very blessed.
We'll let him have this one session from our 6 in a row. We'll give him one.
My friend John's come support me.
Oh, that's nice.
Is he going to give you feedback on your talk, Tim?
He will give you feedback. He will
feedback as we go.
Live feedback. Like, no, you shouldn't have said that. No.
Good. But to kind of even out Tim being here, we've also invited Terry on the stream as well, because Terry is someone who's been watching a lot from our church, and he often comments, sometimes not always the most positive, shall we say, certainly about Tim. So we thought we'd get him on there tonight just to kind of give it a bit of balance between him and Tim. Hello, Terry.
Hello. Can I just say, right? I've been up Commanding. And there's been some murmurings. I'm just saying, it's what you catch in the wind, right? They think that when I hear the words River Church Online and Tim Cross, my ears picked up. River Church Online is great, apparently, but Tim Cross, like, I'm hearing that he's a bit stale, and essentially, you need to mix things up, and they were hoping that, of course, you'd bring out the big guns. So it's good to be here. Thanks for inviting me. Big gun, Terry.
Wow.
I don't even know what to say.
I was going to make a comment, Terry, but I thought no.
No, let's not.
Maybe, so we could just, Tim, if it gets too much, Terry, we can just kind of.
Hi, Charlotte. We're picking up some other people. We've got Tracy. Hi, Tracy.
Let's see. Hi,
Roxanne. Roxanne has come to listen to her own story this evening. Roxanne's story is part of our evening. So hi, Roxanne, and thank you in advance. Oh, look, it's me. That's my son from the other room. I really need to log out on the other computer.
Hi, Arthur.
There's 13 people watching, but 13 people have not said hello. So
shocking.
Combined on Facebook and on YouTube. So
all that we know is Alice watches herself and just comments on her own stream. So
someone has to, Terry. Someone has to.
Hi, Marlene. Good to see you.
Marlene, Teresa. I love it, guys. Okay, also with us then in our 4th window today, we have got Hannah, who is our committed, awesome tech person who tries to keep us all in line and put the right things up at the right time.
Which, considering I'm the youngest, makes it all the more ironic.
Indeed. But we need you, Hannah, so it's okay.
We need your Generation Z skills to help us with all this modern tech.
Indeed, it takes all sorts.
But say when we were chatting beforehand, we were just getting ready. We were trying to tell her about Dom Johnny and some of his TV show, which I appreciate. It's a generational thing. She had no clue who we were talking about. So
it's all good. It's all good.
Makes me feel old.
Aww. He is quite getting older. I don't want to offend anyone who is older than him. He is getting older. He's not old. There we go. Right.
Should we do a what's coming up?
Let's do that, Hannah. Have we got our what's coming up on today? Okay, coming up this evening, we're going to have a bit of chit chat around family drama. We want to know who is your family, whether they live with you, don't live with you, and what are some of the weirdest things your family does, weird traditions, fun traditions, awful traditions.
Things that you think are normal because your family does them, but then you've been to other families and you've since gone, oh, we're
that
a bit
is
odd.
not normal. Okay, so
Particularly if you've got any good Christmas stories, we want to hear some good Christmas stories.
So #family drama. And then we've got Roxanne's story, which is just a really beautiful story about her and her mum. And then we have got Tim sharing with us, hopefully for not too long a period of time. I'm sure he'll be brilliant. And then we've got a couple of songs mixed in there, and we will have a time to pray as well towards the end. So the whole way through, if you have things that you would like us to pray about, or anything, if you've got any comments or questions or anything like that, please put them in the comments, or we have a WhatsApp number which will come up periodically. So if you're not brave enough to put them in the comments, then please send us a WhatsApp, and we will of course pray for you, even if it's not out loud. Terry is sending messages in the comments.
Tim,
and making me giggle.
Tim, can you put up what Terry's put on the thing? Everyone can see. Hi guys, who is that handsome new chap? I don't know, Terry. Who is that?
Sorry, my wife's got my phone in the other room.
Okay, well, let's keep it moving, shall we?
Go on. So tell us that you've got any good family stories or things that your family does that's a bit different or a bit odd or maybe a bit weird, or any sort of good stories like that and stuff like that. Good. Go on, Tim. You can kick us off. Have you got any good family stories about us?
Weird family stories.
Tim's family is perfect. Every member of
for those of you who don't know and haven't worked out from the nose profile, Mark and I are kind of are related. We are brothers. So yes, I don't know what family drama. We didn't really grow up with much family drama. I think the favourite thing was when Pete, my younger brother, chased us around the house with a knife. Do you remember that?
a knife.
I've had a brick.
Let me tell you this story. Mark, you know, like patio doors, like full on big patio doors, right? When we were like, I was 11, I must have been about 10, I reckon, and Mark must have been about 8. And we were basically, I'd upset Mark. I can't remember why, but I'd upset him, and he had just a little bit of a temper, and he chased after me, and I pulled the patio door behind me as I went, and he threw a cricket ball at my head, and as I pulled it across, it hit the patio door and smashed the entire patio window. Do you remember that, Mark?
I do actually remember that. Yeah.
Guys, this is probably the right forum, but like, which one of you like took a sleepwalk and had a wee in the bin?
Sorry, bring down the tone. Not acceptable.
I've got a common one that everyone will probably sympathise with.
Go on then.
Putting the Christmas tree up.
Oh, amen.
Putting the Christmas tree up. I think since we've had kids, I don't get anywhere near the Christmas tree decorating. I go in another room. But from what I can tell, it's probably one of the most stressful times of the year.
Agreed. Completely agreed.
It's the most wonderful time of the year, whatever that song's called. I think it's probably called Most Wonderful Time of the Year. It's not when the tree's been put up. Not in this family.
No, not in our family. This week we had that on Friday, and no joke, I put the tree up in the day thinking I've done something good. We're going to have family time. It's going to be amazing. The kids want to decorate the tree. They'd all said they wanted to decorate the tree. They came in, and the first thing I got from one of them was, "Oh, you put the tree up without me." And then we got over that. And then the next thing is they're all fighting over which ornaments to put on. And then they don't want to do it. And then they do want to do it. And then it just turned into absolute carnage, and it was awful, and I wanted to leave home and burn a Christmas tree. So that was Friday.
Good. Remember, if you've got a good
as a kid, I was never allowed near the Christmas tree. Me and my dad had to put the lights around the room while my mum and one of my sisters did the Christmas tree instead. Never allowed near it because I would do it wrong, apparently.
Do you just want to talk about that, Hannah?
Yeah,
We're listening.
How does that make you feel? Let's just do some counselling, group counselling. Your mum's probably watching this right now.
Can I propose a new hashtag? Hashtag pray for Hannah.
I love it.
That's terrific. Remember, if you've got a story or want to share something, post it in the thing. We'd love to hear what your story is about your family drama.
Oh, Roxanne does not let the children near the tree. Serious tree anxiety. Maybe we need to pray for Roxanne. I have actually seen Roxanne's tree and it is beautifully done. It would not look like that in our house, for sure. At all.
Can I say, Charlotte's got a good tactic here.
You read, okay, Charlotte, follow up. When you redo the tree, do you redo the tree the same day that they've done it, or do you leave it for a certain number of days before you redo it?
That's good. We'll have to wait for an answer. What do you think?
Hannah, our Gen Z won't get this reference, but there's a few monikers in Friends. Where she does the tree, and they all do their side of the tree, and then she just switches the tree round, and it's just the pretty side, the two halves of the tree. Have you not seen that?
No,
I didn't know that one, but I actually have seen the entirety of Friends. So.
Oh, well done. You're so enlightened.
Same evening. I love it. Ours usually stays in complete chaos until about 3 days before Christmas, and then I'll redo it.
Hi, Lee. Good to hear you.
Good evening, Lee. Yes.
Good. My bit of family drama, right, is so when me and Alice first got together, and the first year I went to Alice's family for Christmas, right? And now my family, right, we're kind of, when it comes to doing presents, we're the best. We're the best.
They've got issues.
We are the best. We do it the best way, and this is how I thought. This is how I thought everyone did it. So we get all the presents, we sort them all out, we put them all in piles. So like Tim's got his pile, I've got my pile, and then we kind of go around the room and take it in turns over the present. I mean, we don't go over the top of like how amazing every present is, but we kind of take it in turns like that, right? So I kind of went to Alice's house thinking this is how you do presents, and it was carnage. Alice is one of 5, so yeah, she's got 1 sister and 3 brothers, and literally. I went there, and her brother's, she's the eldest as well, so his brother's a bit younger. And just it got to Christmas Day, and basically they just literally the presents were like being thrown out and just ripped. And I was like sitting there, like looking around, going, "What is going on? Why are they doing this?" I was getting really stressed about it. I get really upset.
He hated it. He absolutely hated it. Couldn't cope at all. It was hilarious and stressful.
But can I just say, right? Alice has got around to my way of thinking about presents.
No, we've reached a happy medium. I think this is one of the key things we're going to find this evening is there's a happy medium in all family-related things, whether we love our family or not. There is a medium to be found.
So they do stockings. This is our thing, right? So this is just a bit of like family counselling for us now. So we do stockings where they get to like go crazy with it in the morning, but then the proper presents, we do it properly.
Indeed.
Yeah. What about you, Terry? How do your family open presents?
I think we're sort them into piles and then crack on. I don't think we don't take it in turns going around the room and I like opening a present and then giving a thank you speech to everyone who's given you a present. There's none of that business. I think you just sort it into piles and then you just open presents free will, so there's a kind of order going on, but yeah, there's no watching each other opening a present.
Yeah.
Can I say I just saw Tracy's story there about when she was 4 or 5 eating a chocolate decoration on the tree. Can I say, Tracy, that would be me. Like if I was 4 or 5 or 6, Tim can testify. I probably have done that at some point, eating the chocolate.
Terry, as a child, was most certainly eating every chocolate in his advent calendar, guaranteed.
No,
I bet you did. I bet you had every chocolate in your advent calendar.
Saved it for each day. I just had 24 actual advent calendars, so I just had 24. So it was all right.
Oh, I love it. Goodness me.
No, your mum, Terry, that's probably true.
Okay.
Good.
Shall we? Roxanne's popped up one more. Stockings before she wakes up. See, that's the way to do it. Get that extra half an hour to an hour in bed while the kids are busy doing their stockings. Yeah, I love that. That's good.
Good.
Way forward.
I just said the last thing I'll say on this, right? Every year, Alice gets really stressed over Christmas because she kind of wants it to be like all really nice and the kids to be really caring. And I'll be honest, the actual Christmas Day thing, I'm not that fussed about. And Alice gets really stressed because not like with me per se, but just like the fact she wants it like really nice, and that when all the kids are like grumpy and stressed and stuff.
I just look forward to going back to work afterwards.
I just look forward to Christmas dinner.
So my favourite bit of Christmas Day, I love my family. I love hanging out with them. I love seeing the kids open their presents.
There is a
but my absolute favourite moment on Christmas, actual Christmas Day, is about 11 o'clock, half 11 o'clock in the evening when they've all gone to bed. Mark has gone to bed as well. All the Christmas lights are left on. And I can either unwrap the last of my presents because I haven't had a chance to finish unwrapping them during the day. And then I can finish my glass of wine. And then I can load the dishwasher by myself after a whole day of frustration, stress, panic, everything else. And that's not because I don't love them. It's just because I love being by myself at the end of a hectic day away from them.
And you drink all the gin.
Well, you can't like leave a little bit left. Alan has eaten all of Debbie's chocolates already, all but one. Is that one going to last till Christmas, Alan? That's the question. How many days will that one chocolate survive?
Yes.
Okay. I think we need to crack on. Otherwise, we're going to be here all day, and everyone's going to get severely bored of us.
Just turn into a counselling session for us, I think. Yeah.
Okay. So first thing we are going to put up is a story, is Roxanne's story. So it's a video. We have tried our very best with the volume, but before it plays, you might want to turn your volume up to the loudest you can on your device, and hopefully it will play okay for you to hear it. If not, it is going to go out as a separate story. I've just seen Debbie's comment. It lasted till tonight and she ate it. Debbie, I'm so sad. Yeah, our candy canes don't last past Christmas.
We should just do a whole show on this. This
Yeah.
really got people talking. So we must
Right,
how long your sweets last until Christmas.
Indeed. Right, okay, let's crack on with Roxanne.
I think the thing about what we loved about Roxanne's story is that I think for some of us, we've had really good family, and obviously we can joke about Christmas, and there are, as you say, the right way of opening presents and the wrong way, or the way to do chocolates and stuff. But I appreciate for some people out there, Christmas wouldn't have been that amazing, particularly, or their family would have had some difficulties and trouble and stuff like that. And so Roxanne is somebody who's, she was unfortunately one of those people, and she's had a bit of a tough time. And this story is great because what I loved about it when she first told me about it a while back was just this way that she's had a difficult relationship with her mum, and the way she's met Jesus, and he's just come in and he's changed that, and he's working in that relationship, and he's starting to heal it. And that's why we wanted Roxanne to come and share.
Spoiler alert.
Sorry, I spoiled it.
Should have put up a hashtag spoiler
Sorry,
alert.
but I just love it so much because I think it's great to hear that story from her and stuff. So please let us know. As it goes through, let us know what you're thinking, comment, or do all the other stuff. Right, let's play.
My name's Roxanne. I joined River Church during the pandemic. My friend encouraged me to come along. She was already a member, and I would come to service on Sunday. Initially, I didn't really talk, but then I got more comfortable, and every week people were saying hello to me and made me feel very welcome. The relationship with my mum wasn't great. There was one particular time when my stepdad at the time was looking after me, well, full-time, me and my younger brother. And we wouldn't see her for 3 months, 6 months, and then she'd just turn up. And on this particular occasion, she was going down his pockets, and I caught her doing it. And I got really cross with her, and I said to her that, why would you do that when this man's looking after a child that's not his, me, and my younger brother? You know, he's our full-time parent, and you're there rifling down his pockets. And I just told her that I thought it was disgusting, and she told me that I was disgusting, and she wished that I'd never been born. And after that, something changed in me. I didn't need her anymore, but that all changed into anger and resentment. And whenever she touched me after that, I would go stiff as a board because I just didn't want her touching me. I was so cross with her, so resentful for everything that had happened, for the position she'd put me in, for the lack of care, for putting drugs ahead of me. You know, it really crushed my self-confidence because I didn't feel I was worth anything. Because if you're not worth anything to your own mum, then what's wrong with you? So that was quite difficult to deal with. As I got older and older, I tried to do things to mend myself because I was quite broken with everything that had happened. I went to therapy, several different therapies, and I was patching myself up, but nothing touched the resentment and the hurt that I felt with my mum, the relationship with my mum. So that was just always there. Where I'd been able to put other things in their place and move on, I could just not move on from that. I just felt so angry, so disappointed. And it wasn't until I started coming to church and I started reading the Bible, but really reading the Bible and understanding it, not just reading it, but understanding it, understanding God's word, understanding the sacrifice that Jesus Christ made for us. And it was Jesus that put it on my heart that my mum is my mum, and she may not have done the things she needed to or could have or should have, but she was my mum and I only get one mum, and that I needed to forgive her because it would bring peace not only to her, but mostly it would bring peace to my heart, and Jesus wanted me to have peace in my heart. So that's what I did. I prayed on it. I prayed because it kept coming up, it kept coming up. It was like, your mum, like thinking, whether I went to church and somebody would be talking about mums, or it just kept coming up in my head and in my heart. And I just knew what I had to do. And then I prayed on it one evening and I cried and I told Jesus everything that happened with my mum. And I prayed for peace, and I got that. The next morning I woke up and I felt so much lighter. But I knew the real test was going to be when I next saw my mum. So the first thing I did was ring her, which I never do, and just had a chat with her and just was seeing how she was doing, and she was so appreciative of that. She sounded so happy that I'd called and I was reaching out. And then finally I went down to my grandmother's and I walked in and my mum was standing there, and I just opened my arms and I just gave her the biggest hug. And I mean, I held her. I haven't held her for years. Like, I really held her. I hadn't held her like that since a child. But I really held her, and I held her close and I held her tight, and she started crying. And I just told her it was all right. It was all right, and I love her. Yeah. So I would say to anyone that's contemplating church or, turning to Christ, that if you're harbouring any resentment, if you're hurt in any way, if you're holding on to hurt from the past, if you just need some sort of guidance and there's a void in you, because there was always such a void in me. turn to Jesus, because no matter what, He's going to get you through. There's no self-help and 10 steps and 12 steps that is going to help you in the same way that Jesus Christ can help you. He will come and He will save you and save your soul and make you feel whole in a way that you've never felt before, because I certainly do.
Wow, I love that story. Really, the powerful testimony of what's gone on, really, in that kind of horrible situation. The way that Jesus is in it. Yeah, so it's good. Thank you, Roxanne. I know you're watching. Thank you for sharing that with you. I know it's been difficult, but yeah, it's great. No, definitely agree. It's a real powerful story.
It was really lovely that when we were filming it, to hear Roxanne talking. It's so powerful and beautiful on the film, but actually she was so genuine and so brave to share that with us. And the thing that really sticks out for me is actually through all of that, her main point at the end that she summarized with was actually that it's Jesus that has done something, that she tried all the patching up, she tried all of the things that she could do herself, but actually it was when she took it to God and really prayed about it and told Jesus what had happened. Sometimes we don't think we have to tell Jesus how we feel, and actually that's part of the process is owning how we feel and giving it to Jesus and letting him do the work then, to take us forward and to enable us to then move on, forgive people. Forgiveness is such a big thing. Resentment and those things that hold us all back in every single walk. It doesn't matter whether it's with someone in immediate family or whether it's a friend or anything else. It's the same principle. If we have resentment and unforgiveness, that's an awful thing to have. That stops us doing so many other things, and it stops Jesus being able to use us. And He is the only one that can take it and help us to move forward. So we're going to have a song now. We're going to have, it's called This Is Our God. And the chorus of it is really beautiful. It's freely you gave it all for us. And it's talking about Jesus dying on the cross. And especially coming into Christmas, God sent Jesus to the earth to die for us. All for the purpose Christmas leads to Easter. So as we sing this song, if there are things that Roxanne said that have touched your heart, that have just prompted you, like she said, she just had reminders, your mum. If there are things that come up during this song, feel free to drop them in the comments or to drop us a message, or you can direct message us on Facebook or on our Instagram or anywhere, because we really would love to pray for you. And sometimes you just need to acknowledge that something's happening to kick it off. So let's listen to this song.
Your grace is enough, more than I need. At your word I will believe. I wait for you, draw near again. Let your spirit make me new, and I will fall at your feet.
Tim, are you happy to crack straight on?
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. It's been great, isn't it? Just listening to Roxanne's story, and just the amazing way really that God has enabled her to forgive really just what some sounded like an incredibly broken relationship, and that is what God does. And you know, Christmas is a strange time, isn't it? Really, because it does conjure up kind of different emotions, particularly around family. And but before we kind of crack on with that, I just want to ask you a question about what your favourite Christmas movie was. So, you know, for many people, their favourite Christmas movie is Home Alone. I want you to write in the comments what your favourite Christmas movie is. You'll get where I'm going in a minute. We are getting somewhere, right? But, you know, what's your favourite Christmas movie? Home Alone. My family always watches Home Alone 1 and then often Home Alone 2 as well at Christmas. Me and the kids and Helen's kind of my wife Helen's favourite movies. And I've never watched 3 onwards. I always felt like really like once he wasn't in it. No. My wife and I often sit down and watch The Holiday. Those of you that know me well know I have a love of rom-coms. So The Holiday is quite a favourite. Quite enjoy that one. Completely unrealistic English countryside life, really, but you know it's quite enjoyable. For many people, maybe your favourite's Elf. Is Elf one of your favourite Christmas movies? I don't know if that's good. I'm sure there are some people whose favourite Christmas movie, however, is Die Hard. And that seems to be often Hannah. I just saw Hannah in the background raise her hands in the air. If that's your favourite Christmas, I don't know how technically it counts as a Christmas movie, but I think it's kind of something to do with maybe this is even the wrong Christmas. This is the wrong one. I think the wrong Die Hard. It's the one at Christmas, isn't it? With anyway. But yeah, so it's you know, but the thing about most Christmas films is most Christmas films, right, kind of end up with this kind of happy picture of family, don't they? Right, they end up with this kind of, you know, whether it was kind of The Holiday, where kind of, you know, they're all sad and, you know, a bit, you know, kind of not quite sure where they are and trying to find themselves. And eventually what they find out is they find family at the end of it. Home Alone, as we're going to see, is all about family. Elf is about finding family. You pick a Christmas film and nearly always it ends up with this kind of beautiful, kind of lovely moment where everyone kind of comes together. But the reality is of course, that isn't actually for many people what Christmas really is. It isn't that. It isn't everybody coming together for, you know, a lovely sort of family. Actually, it can be really, really challenging. And I want to pick up this kind of Home Alone theme, really. Really this idea, you know, of Home Alone, because, you know, poor old Kevin, you know, we most, by the way, if you have not seen this film, the next couple of minutes are going to be completely lost on you. All right. But hopefully you have seen the film. If you haven't seen the film, it's been out for like 25 years. Hannah probably wasn't even born when this film was released. Home Alone. And so poor old Kevin, you know, he's got a bit of a mean old brother, Buzz, you know, who's a bit mean to him, a bit horrible. And, you know, then he's got his weird cousin Fuller, who wets the bed. And he has to share a bed, and he's got his parents along with loads of other relatives that are a bit kind of frustrated with him and annoyed, and you know, kind of get stressed with him. And in, you know, in the first film, he says this phrase, and he says, "I don't want to see you again for the rest of my whole life, and I don't want to see anybody else either." He's talking to his mum, and then of course his wish comes true. You know, he doesn't have his family. And you know, for many people, you know, if you were to ask yourself a question about family, and, you know, there are a few people that, to be honest, would be like, do you know what? the thought of Christmas this year is really, really difficult. And maybe it is to do with the fact that you have got an annoying, like I do, like an annoying brother, you know. But, you know, for many of you, maybe you've got kind of those kind of, I don't know, those kind of difficult relatives, or you have a bad relationship like Roxanne with your parents. And maybe this year is, for some of you, it's the first year that you're going to be without someone. Maybe you've lost someone, you've lost a relative, maybe you've lost a parent, or, you know, through the pandemic. And, you know, Christmas this year is going to be your first Christmas without someone. And that can be incredibly difficult and incredibly challenging. And so, to be honest, Christmas is, for many people, it is a bit of a mixed blessing, really. It is something where, you know, you're excited, but at the same time it's different. We've been talking a lot about that. And so the question is well, what does Jesus say about that? What does the Bible say about that? Is the Bible silent on these subjects? Well, here's the good news. And I think Roxanne kind of mentioned this really when she was talking. Really, Christianity is all about Jesus, and it's all about Jesus coming. Christmas is all about Jesus coming to earth to be with us. And when Jesus came, there was this moment where there were all these shepherds out on the hillside, and then suddenly all this kind of group of angels turn up, and they were probably terrified. These poor shepherds were terrified. And what these angels say is, they say, "Do not be afraid." It says, "I bring you good news that will bring great joy to all people." And that's in Luke chapter 2, verse 10. Don't be afraid. I bring you good news that will bring great joy to all people. And this is the great thing. This is the message. This is why, even if your relationships with your family are difficult, they're strained, maybe you just haven't spoken to them for any of a long time, maybe you as you said, you're going to be missing some of this Christmas, I want to say to you that Jesus has come to bring joy into your life and into my life. And the thing I've realized about Jesus and about God is that there's one of the things that the Bible describes. Jesus has got many names. One of the names that Jesus has is this word, which is Emmanuel. And if you have been around church, you might have heard this phrase before. Maybe you've never heard it before. But the word Emmanuel, Jesus is called Emmanuel. And Emmanuel simply means God with us. And this is why we can have joy and why we can have hope, because God has chosen to come and be with us, to be with us. And the thing I realize is that my family situation has been difficult this last year. It's been hard. Literally about a year ago, almost to the day, or during this week, we tested positive for COVID this time last year. Funny enough, to the same day, my youngest child has just tested positive, so there's COVID in their house at the moment. And but it's been I kind of suffered a bit with COVID, but not too bad, and kind of recovered. My kids didn't really suffer very much, but my poor wife, Helen, she was kind of, she wasn't that ill at the time. She felt pretty rough, but she didn't get hospitalized. But basically, she just never really got better. She never really kind of improved, and just it's been a long year of her kind of suffering from this long COVID. And there's been moments this year we've kind of sat in bed late at night, and we've kind of been frustrated and disappointed, and things have been hard. We've sat there and we just thought, oh, this is just, why has this happened to us? And it's been a hard time for us this year. And the thing I've learned about being a Christian is that God doesn't necessarily always take away our difficult circumstances, doesn't always change the family we're born into or the problems we face. But this is the thing I've realized, is that God is with us. God is Emmanuel. God is with us. God is with you. His presence is with you. And that's why we can have great joy. That's why, if the prospect of spending Christmas with your family is a bit of a mixed blessing this year, and it's going to be good, but at the same time, it's going to be a struggle, I want to encourage you that God is with you. And God wants to come and be with you. Jesus wants to come and be with you. And it's not that all your problems are going to change, but what you will find is that his presence comes and is next to you in the middle of those situations, those moments when you just want to pull your hair out. You realize Jesus is is with me there. And Jesus brings you peace in those situations. Jesus can bring you joy in those moments. And that's what it means to say God is with us. My situations may be difficult, my family may be difficult, but in him I have the strength to forgive. In him I have the compassion to love again. And I just want to encourage you, whatever you're struggling with tonight, I want to tell you that God is Emmanuel. God is with you. And so we're just going to respond now. And I don't know how you kind of, what you think about responding to God means. But it's really simple. It really isn't complicated. Inviting God to come and be with us, inviting Jesus to come be with us is not a big, difficult thing. It's really simple. It's really just asking Jesus, would you come and be with me? And so I just want to lead you, if you can, in just a short prayer. And maybe you're watching this and you're on your own. If you're watching it on your own, or you feel comfortable, what I want you to do is I just want you to, if you want God to come and be with you, if you want to say, Lord Jesus, I want to know your presence. I want to know your peace. I want to know your joy. I want to know you're with me. I just want you to lift up your hands. It doesn't have to be kind of full on in the air. Just, open your palms maybe. All right. And you can shut your eyes if you want. I often shut my eyes when I pray, simply because it helps me to be still and to kind of shut out some of the distractions. And I'm going to pray. And if you want to just say, Jesus, come and be with me, then as I pray, I just want you to say, yes, Jesus, come and be Emmanuel, be God with me. Jesus, I thank you that your coming to earth at Christmas, Lord, was great, Lord, was good news, Lord, and is joy to all people, because you have come, God, to come and be with us in the mess. And so, Lord, whether our families are hard work, where we just feel hurt and angry and upset and let down, or maybe this year we're just going to miss someone. We're going to miss a relative who we loved who's no longer going to be with us. Thank you, Jesus, that you are always there. And I just want to pray that as we are praying now, as we've opened our hands, we've opened our hearts, that you would come, Jesus, and that we would know your presence with us. We would know your joy and we would know your peace. Thank you, God, that you chose to leave the comfort and the glory of heaven to come and live and be with us in the mess and in the difficulty. Emmanuel, God with us. And I think we're going to just sing a song now called Mighty to Save, because God is indeed mighty to save.
Everyone needs compassion, a love that's never failing. Let mercy fall on
Thanks, Tim. It's great to have you share with us, and yeah, it's great to to see how, I think, just to encourage us really that Jesus wants to reach out to us. And so I'd encourage you, if you have maybe responded there and maybe you want a little bit more follow up or you want some more prayer, I really encourage you to get in touch and to message us. We're still happy to pray with you, or if you want to wait up or just want to chat, you can do it over WhatsApp. You can message us in Facebook or Instagram, or drop us an email, whatever you want to do it and stuff. So you've got the details below, sort of. There you go, below.
Going the wrong way.
I'm
Going that way.
Yeah, so
it's over there.
yeah. So yeah, no, it'd be great to do that and stuff. And I think that I'd encourage you, if you responded, then Jesus has. I know he will. Yeah, he's seen that, and so it's not in vain what we've done. Good. No, thanks for that, Tim. Cool. Well, what we need to do now is we need to tell you about what's going on next week, because next week, River Church Online is not going to quite be a little bit different next week, because next week at our church in person, we've got our carol service in the evening. So River Church Online like this, so with us, our pretty faces and stuff like that, won't be on. We won't be here. If you could tune in at 8 o'clock, you would have missed us. Because what we're going to do, we're going to have our carol service, and what we're going to do, we're going to stream our carol service live. So we'll put it in the same spaces. So we'll put it on Facebook, or maybe not Facebook. We'll put it on YouTube. I'm not sure if we're kind of technical. We don't know how to figure out how to do that yet.
We'll work it out. Keep an eye on our Facebook page this week, and we will let you know the details. But it will definitely be on our YouTube channel, which is River Church Media. For those of you who are watching on Facebook now, if you miss it on YouTube, we will also put it on Facebook later, even if it doesn't stream live to Facebook. So don't panic. We know that you want to see the backs of our heads as we sing carols. We don't want you to miss out on that experience. It's going to be special.
Thankfully, I will be on. You won't be able to hear me sing.
Yes, it is. It is one of the blessings of watching it on live or on here, is you won't hear Mark.
Just get to hear the good singers. Yeah, rather
Indeed.
You have to spot the balding men, middle-aged men.
Yeah, feel free to take screenshots and circle them in red and send them to us, and then maybe after Christmas we can have a roundup of all bald spots.
Terry has done that several times to me.
We'll let him on.
Terry
Terry brings his own bald spot with him. To be fair, we could take a picture of the back of Terry's head. He can. Not quite actually. No, he's got good coverage. Well done, Terry. Good.
He's got a widow's. What do they call a widow's peak?
Yeah, Terry's got front hairline issues.
Yeah.
Anyway, that's good. So yes, next week, can we chuck up? Go.
So as I say about this, the carol service is actually at 7 o'clock rather than 8 o'clock.
Yes. Yeah.
So 7. If you want to watch it live, tune in at 7. If you want to watch it at 8. You can watch it an hour on demand. Watch it
on demand.
On demand.
Wow,
we're next level now.
That's branching out, isn't it? So can we chuck up the information, Hannah? Brilliant. So next weekend is fairly full on for us in person. On Saturday afternoon, we are having a family Christmas fun session for people who are local to us. Obviously, if you're in Devon, it's going to be slightly too far for you to trek, I'm sure. So there is going to be activities and crafts and a story and a couple of carols and some food aimed at families. So if you've got kids, probably primary age and younger is perfect, but there will be a few bits for the older ones to do as well if they come along. So you can find out some more information on our Facebook page, and you can book in as well. There's links on there. Then on Sunday morning, we have got... Oh, look, it says, oh no, there we are. I'm reading the wrong one. I had the wrong head tilt.
So Sunday afternoon.
So Sunday evening, we have carol services. We're going to have 2. We have got 2 in person. So 5 p.m. is the first one, 7 p.m. is the second one. The 7 p.m. one is the one that is streaming live online. Again, if you want to come, there's more info on our Facebook page and on our Instagram. Find that there are links to book or you can WhatsApp us, send us a message, whatever. We don't mind. You can do that. So that's in the evening on Sunday next week. And then if you're a real keenie and you really want to see us even more and be brave and come and find us on Christmas Day in the morning at 10:30, we have got a short Christmas Day service. So it will be up to an hour tops.
More like 45 minutes.
So yeah, under an hour. Perfect. I don't want to fill you with false hope. So we'll say under an hour service on Christmas morning at 10:30. And we meet, all of these things are going to be at the Link Youth Centre, which is in St Paul's Cray, where we are. So if you're local or local-ish and are happy and want to see us in person, if you've only seen us through a screen so far, we would love to see your faces in person that weekend. So that's next weekend. Look on our Facebook page and our Instagram for more information. Okay, let's bring back the other people. Where are you?
Good. Let's turn it. Good.
There we go.
Cool. No. Brilliant.
Can I just say we got a lot of comments about favourite films.
We did flick them up. I don't know if you could see them through your fancy presentation software.
Oh,
We did.
I could. Well done.
We did roll them up. Yeah. There's a good one on that. Miracle on 34th Street was mentioned by a couple of people, and that was one of my all-time favourites when I was a kid. Definitely. So we had Charlotte said that, and Hannah as well said Miracle on 34th Street.
Anyone seen Last Christmas? Apparently that's good. I might put it
I
on
went
the
to
watch
see
list.
it. I went to see it at the cinema. It's a Christmas film, Terry. It's not like earth-shattering, mind-blowing, but it has some good music and it's a feel-good film. I think we're turning into film reviews here. I love it. What film do you want to review? Mark hates Christmas films.
Generally, Christmas films are not my bag.
What about the one that my mum used to love, Mark? What the mum was it Mrs. Santa Claus? What was the one with Steve Guttenberg? I'm just googling it. Do you remember that? Do you remember she was well into that?
There's a good one. What did we watch?
That was it. Single Santa Six Mrs. Claus. It was so bad. Oh, it's dreadful.
What are we promoting here?
If you've watched Single Santa Seeks Mrs. Claus, then
please send us a review.
If you love that, give it a thumbs up. Yeah, absolutely.
Are you reading from the relationship adverts in the paper, Tim? Is that the one you've recently posted yourself?
Is there a contact number?
Yeah, Tim. Is that your phone number on the advert? Timothy.
Look, Marlene is a fan of any Christmas movie. I'm with Marlene on this. I'm with Marlene. And at this time of year as well, you get the advert in between Christmas movies, which is the fire. Have you seen that? Like on the cheesy Christmas movie channels, they have the fire flickering on the TV screen instead of adverts now. It makes me feel really happy. Sorry. What else have we got? Deck the Halls. What's that, Terry?
That's the one with Danny DeVito. When Danny DeVito decorates his house, and then you got I can't remember who the actor is. Is really grumpy about it.
I do. I think I've seen. I know what you're talking about. Yeah. You know what you're talking about. Still no single. It's still no Single Santa Six Mrs. Claus.
My favorite, I think, from recent years is the Christmas Chronicles. That's what it's. I love that. It's so silly and funny.
Kurt Russell.
Kurt Russell. Oh dear. Dinner for One. Classic. Lol. What's Dinner for One?
Dinner for One.
Is it Dion?
Sorry, it's not.
It's one of Dion's weird
It's a South African special. Maybe send us a Jack Frost. The kids like Jack Frost.
Oh, the good Christmas one is the Guardian.
Has Arthur seen the film Arthur Christmas?
Do you know, I used to make him watch it. Someone bought it for us one Christmas, and then we've watched it every year, haven't we?
We have.
Most years.
I
Nativity, I'm sorry. But
no one has mentioned the classic.
What?
Snowman. No one's mentioned Snowman.
Well, I'm walking
in the air.
I've lost my underwear.
Lost my underwear. I don't care.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Terry joins our live stream, and suddenly the quality of the humour just
Goes up.
not the
It takes a
quality,
plummet.
but the focus of the humour takes us.
Sorry, you're the one that just started singing the alternative versions of the Snowman song.
Right.
Next
As
week,
fun as
next week, when we do Christmas, we'll have to play top 5 Christmas songs. That would generate some serious discussion, I'm sure.
Well, maybe we can do an ad lib River Church online just to round up top films and top songs. How's that sound?
Am I allowed to come back on here at one time?
Yeah, we'll allow it.
I'm worried about. I'm just going to give you some prior warning. Just get in the diary, because what I'm worried about is other pastors have seen this tonight and will actually want me as part of their live stream. just get in the diary.
Sorry, you've basically initiated across the country people in rooms everywhere singing "Walking in the Air" in people's ears.
Stuck in my head now for the rest of the week.
Them joining it.
I've lost my underwear. I don't care.
Anyway,
Lovely.
so thank you so much.
Can I just say, I can't believe 16 people are still watching. There's a whole load of sensible people that are like, yeah, they're finished now. It's probably time to go. This is only going to descend.
Jana is still here. Thanks, Jana.
This is like the blooper reel. This has gone into blooper territory.
We don't even need a
Can I just
blooper
say-
reel.
Can I just say, we have to get Janet on here. Janet would be hilarious on here. We just get Janet.
Well, we will have a whole new. Oh, actually, before everyone goes, Dion left. Before everyone goes, if you have themes or ideas or suggestions or weird things even that you would like us to talk about, we are in the process of putting together the beginning of next year's run of these. So please come with your ideas. We would love that. Wash hands.
Sorry, I just got a bit excited by the comments that people are posting. It's just amusing me.
It's all good.
Len's
It's all good.
washing her hands. Len is washing her hands of these things. I just sense people are
Like
just
Pontius Pilate.
indeed, yes, indeed.
The grown up in the room. Okay.
Also, we should have. If you've got people that you think would be good on here, you should let us know.
Like me.
Yes,
I think
please.
I'd be cautious.
Good grief.
So our son was just talking outside of us saying, immediately when you said that, Tim, I said, did you get me on? I'd be well good at this.
Mm-mm.
Look
Not
at
mine.
his face.
Give him a little trial run
How's the
after.
Christmas tree looking up? Did you get
What?
involved with the Christmas tree?
Kinda. I forced her to do like the little bead things you wrap around the tree, the long ones. She wouldn't let me help, and so she had to untangle it herself, and then she blamed me for it.
I didn't want them on the tree.
I did.
That's that. It's my tree. Anyway, yes, so let us know your thoughts and your suggestions for after January. We will be having a couple of weeks off. So we will live stream the service next week, and then we will not be doing a proper River Church online in this setup for 2 Sundays, probably after that.
But
We will probably visit you.
Yeah.
Because we know that you'll miss us.
you might see some ad hoc things or like some 24-hour notice and stuff.
So
like
make sure you follow and like all of our social media. Like and subscribe. Oh, we said that online.
Arthur could do that. That's the bit that Arthur could do.
Yes, please. What do I say?
that. Like a subscribe.
Subscribe.
Like and subscribe.
Arthur, that was terrible.
Now, try again,
You
Arthur.
have to
Like
get into it, Arthur.
More
all your-
enthusiasm.
like all your YouTube people that you watch.
Like and subscribe.
We'll work on it. We'll work on it for over Christmas.
Well, maybe
Okay.
do a little promo video with Arthur.
We need to go.
Yeah.
We need to stop this.
Your marketing tool.
Good. Thank you so much for watching, joining with us tonight. Can I say our numbers have gone up since we've just been chatting to him? It's just like,
They've all just started coming back for some reason.
We will do a Christmas special something at some point, I am sure. So thank you so
Can we
much for
do-
sticking
can we-
with us. 6 weeks.
Can we
Go on,
do
Terry.
unwrapping the presents live? Can we do live stream unwrapping the presents?
Reactions! reaction.
Can we get,
We will
can we
put
get your mum
something
and dad
together.
involved as well, just so we could get it all orderly, in all orderly fashion?
We'll see what we can do. All right.
Good. So thank you guys for joining us. If we don't see you live until Christmas, we want to wish you a very Merry Christmas.
Yes.
I hope you have a really good time, whatever your situation is.
Yeah.
And just again, if you need prayer or stuff happens and you want to drop us a message, we'll always pray. You said, don't have to give us the details. Just let us know. So you pray for me. We'd love to pray for you and stuff. So, but it's great. Have a fantastic rest of your evening.
Yes.
Enjoy, hopefully, what is your last week of school or last week of work or something before the Christmas holidays. And yeah, have a great time. And yeah, have a great Christmas.
Brilliant.
See you, everyone.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.